Have Honorable Babu Owino, member for Embakasi East.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to interrupt the motion on the ratification of the East African Community Protocol on Information and Communication Technology Networks. Mr. Speaker, I think this motion is for the best interest of the East African community countries. And Mr. Speaker, being a person who's been banned from going to Uganda, how can this benefit me, Mr. Speaker? So I'm against this motion, Mr. Speaker, until my ban is lifted from Uganda, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
No. What did you say again, Mr. Babu? So you are opposing the motion?
Mr. Speaker,
you are opposing the motion?
Because it is not for the benefit of some of the members of the East African community like me, Mr. Speaker, and my people. Because I'm the will of the people of the Embakasi East residents,
so
anything that is hurting.
Does the ban extend to the members of Embakasi East?
Because I'm the will of the people of Embakasi East, Mr. Speaker, and I represent their views and their interests. So what is hurting me is hurting the whole of Embakasi East residents, Mr.
So
Speaker.
you have actually opposed it. That is perfectly in order. It's within your right.
Yes.
To oppose it for any reason, whatever reason you have put yourself on record.
And Mr. Speaker, should it go through, then for the best interest of all of us as Kenyans, let's kindly talk to the Uganda as a country, the president at least, to lift the ban so that we can all enjoy this.
Now, let's really not delve into that, because the only thing that I would not allow you to do is to discuss the head of state of a friendly country. Now, whatever the reasons. But, you know,
Mr. Speaker,
knowing you having taken a keen interest in your political life, I know you are very quick to do handshakes everywhere. So I don't really think it's a tall order for you to even do to move to the next level. So you've been hard. What is it, Honorable Mbarire? What is it?
Mr. Speaker, is it in order to request the honorable member to be clear as to why he opposes this very important protocol, considering that he's a young man who should be embracing ICT as the in thing and the way to go? It bothers me when a young man and an urban young man opposes such a critical protocol that is definitely going to help this country in terms of doing business with the rest of East Africa.
Honorable Barira, you know that my hands are tied on this particular one. When a member opposes any motion before the House, they are perfectly in order, because they have a right to either support or oppose. What I think you need to do as a grandmother of this House, actually a great-grandmother at that, because, and I'm not saying it because of your age, I'm saying it because of the number of times you have visited this House after every election. You feel free to discuss with the Honorable Owino, who is a fairly new member, and probably you need to tell him what you've just said. But in terms of what he has done, he is perfectly in order. And he has given reason. So let's give him, he has his own right. So it's debate. The House, we are debating, and you debate one way or the other. Nobody will be gagged. If you oppose, that's fine. And then again, we'll be expecting him at the point of voting. He probably will express his voice even better. So he has his right. Let's proceed. Now, and I see there are many people who want to speak. Honorable Nyamai, what is it? What is your point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you've just pronounced yourself on this matter, and yes. I do not know whether you allow me, because I'd also put a point of order in relation to, which relates to what my senior, the Honorable Barire, had said, because the Honorable Babu Owino is a very strong member of Lands Committee, and he really believes in technology, and it is technology that has actually taken him this far. Looking back to the days when he was in university and what he has been able to do, every day he stands to speak he has been put where he is today because of technology. So I'm also as disturbed as the Honorable Senior Barire is, and it was just a point of order. But Honorable Speaker, you already pronounced yourself, so I just thank you for giving me the opportunity. We'll take your guidance.
Now that's the second person who you should be talking to, Honorable Ngili, then, because you actually you are her chair. Well, you are not going to be the one to reply. The person to reply will obviously be the member for Samburu, you know, because she is the one who owns the motion. But Honorable Babu, you should not have any worry. You have pronounced yourself in terms of opposing it, and you have your reasons, and you know, you will even still, as I've said, you will exercise your right, even in voting.
Even my colleague that has reservations, I want to tell him that this country is more important and very big than one individual, Mr. Speaker. Even if we have a friend that has feel that not support this motion because of his personal interest, Mr. Speaker, I will urge him to support this motion and forget about personal interest, put the interest of this country or East African ahead of all of us, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I support this motion.
What is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, the honorable member is being personal now, Mr. Speaker.
What did
I
he
said
say?
this is for the interest of the people of Embakasi. It's not personal, Mr. Speaker.
Well, what did he say? What did he say, Honorable?
Mr. Speaker, I said that we are opposing for personal reasons. So may the honorable member withdraw, Mr. Speaker, because it is for the interest of the people of Embakasi.
Well, actually, I will actually protect Honorable Babu, because
yes, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Babu has a right to oppose any motion in this House, just like any other member has a right to oppose or support. So what you need to do, Honorable Serem, is if you are supporting, support and try and convince Honorable. You try and convince him. But you don't convince him by telling him that he is opposing it for personal reasons, because that will therefore be imputing improper motive, which you know, and you are a seasoned politician yourself. You will know that is wrong. So Honorable Babu has made his point, and please let it be allowed to rest. I'm sure that makes you comfortable, Honorable Babu. You've had your time, so I'll not give you an opportunity to debate again, because you had your 5 minutes. So what is it? Because in terms of withdrawal, I don't know what bit you want him to withdraw. Yes, I'm actually another member. I walked close to my seat here and said, you know, Honorable Babu is not as young as everybody would want to believe.
This is also destroying for me, Mr. Speaker. If I would be aspiring to mingle with my fellow members, Mr. Speaker, it's really undermining my manhood, Mr. Speaker.
Undermining you?
May the honorable member withdraw, Mr. Speaker.
Well, I'm sure I didn't hear that well, because I hear, like you said, they are undermining your man whatever. Okay, Serem, I think that should be a matter that should rest. You know, you must respect this member and not impute improper motive. So, yes. So let's hear.
Mr. Speaker, the face tells Mr. Speaker that he's actually a young man. But for that sake, Mr. Speaker, let me withdraw. But in terms of Parliament, Mr. Speaker, he's a young man, Mr. Speaker. And also, I'm a senior, Mr. Speaker. I was here in last Parliament.
You must respect Honorable Babu. He was in the university for a long time himself. Much longer than you are.
Mr. Speaker, he belongs to the team of young parliamentarians, Mr. Speaker. Yes. He's even the chairman of the same, Mr. Speaker, really? To confirm that a young man, Mr. Speaker, or Secretary General, Mr. Speaker. And he graduated last year, Mr. Speaker. He has been the chairman of the university, Mr. Speaker, that day. And I understand he's still a member of the same. So young boys and young men are still in the university, and he's a member of.
No. What I do not want anybody to refer honorable. There are only honorable members here. You know,
Mr. Speaker, I say I withdraw, Mr. Speaker.
There is no issue about young or old or whatever. Those are issues that are known outside this House. In this House, every member is the same. Every member is the same, however old or young. They are all honorable members of this House, period. So, Honorable Serem, you must withdraw that bit. He is not happy with it, and I think I will have
Okay, okay, to make him happy, Mr.
So
Speaker, let me
he's a honorable
withdraw.
member for Embakasi East, elected by a lot of votes, by the way. Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, so that he can be a very happy man, Mr. Speaker, let me withdraw.
Yes, that is very good. That's very kind of you, Honorable Serem. So that is a matter put to rest. So let's
Just to thank Honorable Manzo, Pukose, Ototi, Arbele, Ababu, although I'll get back to Ababu and hope to convince him that it is important that we pass this protocol for the benefit of our country. And I'm sure that as I'm sure that the ban for him to go to Uganda will be lifted soon. And I think one of the things that he can consider is to look at the importance of this protocol for us as a country, and even for the region, and even for his own constituents, as we look at how important it is to have ICT connectivity for us in the region.